Just here today. I'm at Market Alva Skate Park, my local skate park. My plan was to come down and try and learn something new on the ledge. Just finished my warm-up, as you saw, and unfortunately it had a little drizzle whilst I was warming up. The ledge was already pretty slick, and now it's definitely very slick, particularly the area at the end where I push up or roll off and stuff like that. So yeah, I was doing those no slides while it was drizzling, and it was a really dumb idea. So I'm going to leave the ledge alone and try something on the flat ground instead. But before I do that, I just want to give a huge shout out to Graham at Skateboarding with Your Dad, who inspired the revert half cabs that I was doing, or learning, trying. I think I got a couple. Graham's recently come back from an injury and got back on his board and putting up a really good video the other day, just a 30-minute session video, and he was doing these revert half cabs, and I was like, that is a sick trick. I don't really get involved with reverts very often, but it's inspired me to come out and get it done. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. So huge shout out to Graham, you're a legend, mate. Go and check out his channel. I'll leave a link down in the description below for you. And yeah, let's crack on with something on flat ground. Trick I'm going to try is Nollie backside 360. I've been doing Nollie back 180s for ages. They're one of my absolute favourite tricks, but for a good little while now, whenever I've been doing them on flat ground, like, I've been over rotating them quite a bit. It's either pitching me out, or I'm having to like reset my balance and turn and pivot around anyway. And I've come close to a couple of like actual 360 ones, but I've never come down and dedicated any time to learning it. So that's what we're going to do today. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be one that I'll either grab really quickly and it will just work, or we'll be battling it for ages, which at least if we do that, the ledge will dry up and we can skate the ledge a little bit more. But yeah, let's get to it. Try and get this Nollie backside 360. Yeah, I never know how to end these bits. Somebody who's good at YouTube, tell me how to stop talking. I don't think that counts. Right, I've sat down and I'm editing the video now, and I've had a change of heart about that particular Nollie backside 360, because as you could see in the moment, I was like, no, that doesn't count. It just didn't feel right. Having done some more later on, and now having sat and watched it back particularly and sort of removed myself from the moment, that definitely does count. It was a nollie backside 360 in the way that I wanted to do one, in terms of I popped it nollie and I managed to complete a 360 rotation in one smooth motion, and that's what I was aiming for. So I'm definitely taking that one. I did push on for a few more, which I'll show you now. So the second one is slightly under rotated and a little scrappy, but that one I didn't count at the day, but having watched it back, I'm a bit more happy to say, yeah, it's another one. It's just not a very good one. The third one, which should be on the screen now, this was kind of like the best one that I did. That was the one that I like counted properly on the day. That was what, and I filmed like a full talkie bit afterwards, being like, yeah, I finally got one, stoked to have got it, da, da, da. But it was just a really clean one. It was just a clean and better one than the ones that had come before. And then I did manage to get one more before my camera ran out of battery and I fell on my ass again, and sort of gave up on it. But yeah, it's kind of weird. This is the first time I've sat down and changed up in that sort of way, and it really shows like how you can feel very different about a trick or a session after you've had a bit of time to go away and reflect about it. Didn't enjoy this session. It felt very stop-starty, what with the rain, and then I had to change to a trick that I didn't initially want to try, one that I've been kind of put off by. There was a lot going around the skate park, a lot of noise that day. I really got very frustrated and wound up with that trick, even though I was able to get it. But now looking back on it, I feel better about it. It's like, yeah, it was good. I managed to get it. They weren't the best. I don't necessarily fully understand the trick yet, but you quite often don't fully understand the trick when you first do it. You quite often have to sort of like continue to build how that knowledge, that understanding, so that that's when you get that sort of consistency with it. Whereas the first few times you do it, it is a little like hit and hope, which is how that trick sort of felt on the day. But I'm way more okay with that now, having had time to sit and reflect on it, than I was in the moment. I filmed an outro in my car where I was like proper grumpy and angry. It took me like 5 attempts, which is still better than what I've done on this outro, because this is like the 20th attempt or something like that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, do the old likey thing. If you're new to the channel, please consider hitting subscribe. And most importantly, drop some comments down below. If you saw something when I was learning this trick you think I could do differently that would help me improve it, understand it better, get a bit more consistent, I'd love to hear from you. I'd also love your guys' thoughts on any new tricks for me to try. I really want to push myself and progress and learn a lot of new stuff. And it's great always to hear from you guys, get your suggestions. So yeah, finally happy with an outro. So let's call it there before I fluff this up again. So yeah, huge thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you on the next one.